Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. We have a massive Yank tank today as the guest in our review, the M48A1 Patton. It took me some time to get this review done, basically, because I had to readjust to the tank. This was my first tier 10 tank in the game, and in hindsight I think it wasn't the best choice. To be honest, I have basically I have a lot of tier 10 mediums at the moment. The FV4202 is in my possession. I have the Object 140, the T62, this one, the Patton, the Leopard. I'm grinding towards the E50 and want to get the STB as well. And then we have them all, basically, except for the Batchat. But we're slowly grinding our way up that as well. So yeah. All things aside, this is a tank that has been buffed from time to time. Most notably, there's no cupola anymore on top, and that is good. Not having a cupola anymore is just really brilliant, because that was a major weak spot. I've noted that on the Type 59 Patton review. I've noted that on the T95E2 review. Yeah, the cupola, it was just sticking out like a sore thumb, and a really big sore thumb at that. Because, yeah, you have the gun depression. You are a tank that needs to be in hilled terrain, and that's the main reason I have decided to go on the flank on YAMATO armor, because there's lots of ridges and bumps and ridge lines and small bits of cover I can abuse to really use the strong points of my tank, which are the gun depression, well, reliable gun, pretty accurate, pretty American as well, so sometimes not that accurate, but it does the job properly. It's a very stable gun platform, which seems to be, well, part of the norm for most American medium tanks. The Pershing, the M46 Patton, the T95E2, all really stable tanks to drive around in terms of dispersion on the move, and that's good. That's one thing that's good, because it's not the most mobile tank. There are quicker tanks at tier 10, there are worse tanks at tier 10 in terms of mobility. Or am I just talking out of my beep now? We'll get to the stats and numbers anyway in the end, and you can see what I'm doing. I'm constantly trying to hide my hull. In that regard, I think the tech tree itself is pretty balanced. You get from the Pershing to the M46 Patton and then this one, and the Pershing plus the M46 Patton, they will teach you everything you need to know about, yeah, going into little bumps like this. Even this one. I mean, there's no one available there, there's no shots available, that's a bit annoying. But that would have been a good position for me to fight from. I don't really want to fight on the area I am in now, because it's flat ground, and that's why I'm driving around now. I want to get the quick shots out. This is a one-shot tank, and I shoot him, just drive past the Jagdpanzer. E5 takes out my Jagdpanzer, that means I can shoot him, and I bounce a lucky shot on the move on my turret. And it's going to be really helpful in the end, because, like I said, the armor profile, it's good, it's functional, but it's not really super strong. It's good as long as you can get it to the maximum gun depression, because then you turn that front plate at an autobounce, and then you can really abuse the trollish frontal armor on your turret. So if you are not map aware, if you are not a player that knows how to work the gun depression, then you will have a bit of problems with this tank. And I do stuff up on this one just a little bit. There was no way for me to go behind, to get behind the T124, or go behind the, hello through the drive field, thank you, or behind the Death Star, which means I managed to take him out for a lovely first class manner. Was this, I think? Let me check. Come on. Yeah, on my own account, first class, 3.7k damage. Well, lovely, good stuff. And retaining the hit points until the end, it was one thing that helped securing this win. Because, like I said, you have a good armor profile, but it's not brilliant. Sides spannable with standard runs by basically any tank you will face at tiers 9 and 10. And it comes as no surprise. I mean, it's a medium tank after all. So let's take a quick look then at the armor profile from the perspective of a Leopard, and you can see on flat ground it is pretty much pennable everywhere. Even that front plate is pennable. Turret cheeks, bit of a problem as well. There's a small weak spot on top of the above the gun on the mantlet, which actually is just a bit bigger if you go to maximum gun depression. You can see the cupola has gone, but is still a weak spot. Turret cheeks, left and right side weak spots. But the front plate becomes quite an orthogonal angle. You can make it harder for your enemy to hit the cheeks or the turret side if you wiggle around a bit. And provided you keep the gun inside your track wheels, which seems pretty much the same thing as for all the all the American vehicles I have reviewed. Keep the gun in between your track wheels, left and right, and then you will be able to eat some shots with your tracks from well, the most of the guns you will face. The really big ones, they will go through and just use splash damage to really hurt you with HE. But you will catch the occasional shot on your track. A grill, however, will be able to penetrate you through the turret, will be able to go through your cupola, but even a grill will bounce if you go full hull down. Because it is a rounded shape, it's trollish, it's not a guaranteed pen. I have another review, I have another video on YAMATO Harbor where I pen a Patton just through the turret. And here's one thing to watch out for, that's your ammo rack basically in the turret. The other one, well, fairly well protected behind the tracks, so shots might get eaten by the tracks. And there's a small ammo rack in front near the driver as well, but that's fairly hidden too. Right, getting through the comparison of the tanks and the stats and numbers for the Patton, you can see that it's a bit in the middle of the pack. It has a lot of things going for it, but it doesn't excel at anything. It has well, a good aim time, but not the best. But like I said before, it's a pretty stable gun platform really. The upper gun 40 is just a bit better, but yeah, it's pretty good. The main problem really with this one is the mobility and the movement. It's not bad, but it's not stellar either. And I mean, in terms of armor, the T62 has a far better turret, as you can see. But you really have to work the gun, you have to get used to the terrain, to the size of the Patton really, and just go constantly hull down, because you do have good penetration on AP, have good penetration on heat as well. If you look at the other tanks around the 62 or all the way onto the Opticon 40, well, heat penetration, not bad at all. If you use a calibrated shells instead of a rammer, you can augment it for a bit, and if you would use a rammer, you will obviously enhance your rate of fire. And yeah, using a rammer you get half a round per minute more. And to me, half a round a minute more, that's, well, pretty effectively. You would need to bounce one shot from an Opticon 40 or T62 to be on par in terms of DPM with them. You will have the advantage in DPM versus, say, E50M. But all the other tanks, yeah, of course, another M48A1 will probably, yeah, that's the same as you, so yeah, there's no real advantage there. But all of the other tanks you were facing, an FV4202, an STB, a Leopard, all that will come down to the fact, the skills of the player. Who will play the tank to its advantages the best? There really is no thing you can completely abuse. You do have, of course, and look at this shot, oh lovely. You do have, of course, the really good mobility on the Leopard. You really have the really thick turret armor on a T62. You can abuse that. But this tank is a good package. It is a package which has something right for everybody, but it doesn't have anything that is, well, really special, except for the turret armor and the gun depression. But then again, so are the other tanks. There are more tanks with good gun depression. I'm going to show you this game on Canyon. After this one, we have another game on YAMATO. Yep, Supremacy on YAMATO, and we're ending on Naval Frontier. Lucky that shot just about missed. And there's a slightly lucky shot on the front of a Leopard PTA. I think this is actually 4.9 or 8, not sure. So it's still the old auto aim, not the new one. And I'm carefully looking for shots over here, side of that IS-7, thank you very much. And I'm using the tank at range at the moment because I'm kind of sensing that my team is not going to hold on a lot, really. We do have the red pincer in the corner, so no need for me to move around. I was thinking that tank might indeed squeeze through to the back, the PTA. There is the Leopard rolling in as well. And that's the one I wanted to get. The tier 10 tank over there. Or is it a Patton? I think it's a Patton. Sorry. Bit stupid here because I should have noticed that an MX-50B had shot. I do take a shot from him and I dunk one into him in return, which is all well and good. Bring him into 155. That means he's a one shot now. But you can see it's basically a 2-on-2 on the left side. There's a 3-on-2 on the top. It's not, this is not the time to go rushing in and really trade hit points. And I do make some stupid mistakes as well, but there's an E3, hello, by Patton. Bit lucky, he wasn't expecting me to be there still, but I was. My team now somehow decides to go in for the charge, and that's the one I wanted to take out, the PTA. But he gets taken out in the end. If I'd watched the right side, I would have had a shot, which is, well, not going to happen now. FV215B takes out the PTA. But there's still going to be a bit of a problem because there is an IS-7 left. We have a T110E3 left still on the red team, and my team is calling for help. I don't know where this shot went, but hey ho. And maybe I should have moved in just a bit quicker. But what I was thinking here is, right, if I move in now, or maybe just a bit earlier, I would have been, yeah, cornered really, and I wasn't really expecting that that he wanted to hold out just a bit longer. In the end he does. I can manage to squeeze in just one more shot on the E3, which means he's now a 2-shot, and this is now a 4. This was a 4-on-1. It's now going to be a 3-on-1. And now my hit point pool becomes a bit of armor in itself. Yeah, maybe I should have gone in quicker. Maybe I should have used the DPM better, but I'm not going to muck around with this E3 a lot. I'll just bounce a shot and then bugger off, because they have an IS-7 left and there's an E3 left, and I'm making him think I'm attacking from the left, and then I'm running away, rolling low, and I'm going to help my friendly Heavy, which is head-to-head now, an FV215B versus an IS-7 who is head-to-head now. And yeah, maybe I should have gone to the flank. There are numerous mistakes in this little game. And in hindsight, yeah, I should have gone to the left just a bit quicker. Because now I'm making it a bit hard on myself to take this IS-7 out, make a quick turn here by not bumping into that FV, bounce a shot, load the adrenaline. He doesn't really know what is happening by the looks of it. This shot goes through. Thank you very much for backing up. He is doing his level best to go away. I can bounce another shot. Try and heat, bouncing on the front plate. Why didn't I try and heat earlier? Hello, there's the E3. And I can shoot him now. Where's the E3? Is he rushing in? Yeah, he's kind of rushing in. Right, I'll just move around then. He stops. And I'm now going to back up. And I do have to watch the time because we have just 1 minute left. But I want him to go unspotted, so I'm moving up, uppity, up. He's an E3, not an E4. I have a turret, so that's my advantage. And let's see if we can take him out now. Am I going to the left? No, going to the right. I'm hoping he will think I will indeed go to his right side, my left. And by the looks of it, he was. I do manage to shoot him. I have the hit point left to take one shot. Can I get behind him? Yes, we can. Thank you, Obama tank. And a nice little HE shell in the butt to finish off. Or will I just... No, I'm going to use APCR anyway. Hello. Thank you very much. 3 kills. Came down to the wire last minute. And yeah, maybe I should have flanked a bit earlier. But hey, it's a win. Right then, in terms of equipment fitted, I am running the M48A1 with a rammer, improved modules and improved optics, because you do have view range. I forgot to mention that you have a fairly good view range together with the STB, so do abuse that. Enhanced gun laying drive, because the aim time isn't brilliant as it is. I'm using improved assembly for added hit points. Tried it with the enhanced armor, but it didn't really feel like it was worth it, to be honest. Engine accelerator, yeah, forgot to mention that. That's a good thing. I ran it before with the improved control, meaning added traverse, 6 degrees of traverse speed on your tracks. But what I decided to do is go for the engine accelerator, because the engine accelerator helps you to get to key points just that little bit quicker. It's not a lot really, but it is noticeable that you are just that bit quicker, because it's a big tank. The pickup is brilliant, and if you can use indeed that acceleration, it makes a difference. You get to positions at the same time as, say, an W140 or a T62, or maybe even a Leopard. And here's a good example of what you should do with the tank. If you are completely held down, then you have a hard time. They have a hard time shooting you. You can see they're trying to find weak spots on top. Not a lot there to be shot. I did take a stupid hit from that E50M. Shots come from the Discord servers making a guest appearance in the WZ113, I think. I'm not sure where he was in. I think he was in 113, but yeah, he's there as well. And you can also see that we are now rolling around, and we are down in terms of yeah, victory point, because Reds have 1 base and they now have 2 bases. And I'm contesting C constantly, so they don't get a lot of points from C. I can manage to shoot at E50M. They're slowly but surely working the ridge. You can see what I'm doing. Going back and forth, not giving them a shot, but slowly working the ridge. So it may seem a bit boring, and it, well, kind of is actually. But if you can work the tank around and just keep driving and going from shot to shot, then hold down position to hold down position, then you'll be golden. Because that's what this tank needs. And we have slowly picked up C-cap. No need actually for that heat shot, but it was loaded anyway. And what I'm going to do now is not push around, because there is an FE there still at fairly decent hit points. I want to go to this middle area, support my friendly FE for a bit. And one other thing, we are getting flanked, as you can see, by an IS-8. Not much of a problem really, but I don't want to get involved into a DPM trade, because it's 2 and 2 and we have 2 bases. So hello IS-8, I'll just track you, slightly lucky, and I'll go hold down, and just a bit more, hold down, and wiggle around, and shoot again, and bounce. That's how we roll. Quick little note for those of you who are not aware of how the gun impression works in the game. If you look at the little red line, which you can see in sniper view, that means the maximum level to which your gun can depress. Reds in the meantime have taken the B-cap. But if you keep an eye out on that, then you can find out if you are still able to go hold down even more. And of course, as a general rule of thumb, the more you can see of your enemy, the more they can see of you. And it sounds stupid, and it sounds simplistic, but it's the truth. If you can see a lot of the Reds, then, especially if you're in a one-on-one, then you will, yeah, they might probably see a lot of you as well. No need to go into sniper mode. I'll hold down over here. I'm behind an FV. Go B. Yes, we will chance come. Because Reds have just the 1 tank left. And there's no way that... What is it? T57? I think it was. But yeah, it is. Hello, T57. There's no way he will be able to out-DPM us at the moment. And Jagdpanzer rolling in, there is me rolling in. I want to get a shot in, just one more, and then hopefully ram him for the last kill. Why? But hey ho, this is how you can play the tank. Obviously, you have to be slightly careful in it. It is a good tank, 4K and a mastery, thanks to Supremacy. It's a good tank, like I said. It has good armor, but not really super strong. And yeah, that IS-8, well, new player probably. 0 damage, not the best performance in the game. And you can see I earned 473 victory points on Supremacy, so that got me the ace. We're going to conclude this game, this review, with just the one more game, which is on Naval Frontier. And I wanted to go up to where that IS-7 is now. Well, he's going there, so I'm not going there either. Or either as well, because we might get completely stuck in there. You can see there's a red line I was talking about. Gun depression, I wiggle back and then bounce a shot off my front plate probably. But I can use that red line as well to keep my gun, to keep my hull hit on the weak points or weak spots on my hull. Because if I have that maximum gun depression, then I'm pretty sure if I keep that red line on the top level of ground I'm watching over, I'm pretty guaranteed that I can bounce shots. I'm exposing the best parts of my armor. You can see I'm working into the hill again, slowly moving around, getting one shot at a time. Just one in the Jägeru, thank you very much. Reds have the upper hand at the moment. I have 3 tanks at the back. And luckily I only tracked that E75, but I get some assistance damage, that's good. Am I popping the adrenaline? Not sure what I was doing. Yes, through the lower plate, thank you very much, 350. Not a complete full roll, but I'll take it. And there's Jägeru rolling in. I was kind of thinking he would roll in, because I could see him drop down from the hill before. A bit lucky because he misses. I do track him in place for no damage, but get 303 assist damage as well. Screwing up a bit, thinking about switching to heat, but then again I don't want to switch to heat. And and you don't think, alright, APCR, HE, heat, right, I'll try APCR through the drive wheel, doesn't help. Heat then? Shall we try heat? Oh god, he's got his low plate hidden. Right, through the cheeks. And ooh, bounces shot HE. Oh god, thank you very much, he kills the IS-7. I'll go with the APCR then, through your lower plate. There we go. Thank you very much. I'm now going to turn back, because I can see there's an... what is it, T-62 rolling in already, and he is harassing my friendly teammates, and they are pretty much in the corner of that. The rest have still a Waffle 11, up become 40 and an IS-7, which I haven't spotted earlier. I'm not blasting around the corner, screaming full pace, because there's 2 tanks spotted, there's another one, there's 3 tanks, that's 4 tanks. Hello, everybody's there. And now I can play my favorite game, which is Hull Down. I'm just going to use the terrain here. I have the advantage of height at the moment, and I'm only exposing myself to 1 tank at a time, as you can see. Taking a quick look around. Oh hello, IS-7 is not watching. 1 shot into him. We're tracking in place, which is good. We're popping the adrenaline. T-62 can shoot me. Opticon 40 decided to rush in and really cops are flogging for it. We can kill the Waffle Tractor. And although it was a 4 versus 2, we do manage to turn it around pretty easily, even if I am 3 shots to most of the tanks on the field. It's now a 2 versus 1, and I'm stuffing up a few shots again. But yeah, that's the name of the game. Some miracle bounces here on the rooftop and on my belly. But hey ho. This is going to be another ace game on Encounter, which is thank you very much. So yeah, I hope you found this review useful, even if it's a slightly longer one. 2 ace games, 2 first classes, showing how to play the M48A1 Patton. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Please take part in a Tankfest giveaway as well, which has been published just yesterday. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Nothing left to say except subscribe, take part in the Tankfest giveaway, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, cheers, bye bye, and happy tanking!